they're gonna go hand in hand.
Grand final MPL PH ya.
This backline
Game
alive
kedua
rather.
antara
So it is going to be
lawan Aurora.
a big
Dari
question
sini
whether or
debut
not TLPH can
Jungle tanknya
bypass
Barat
the
karena
Barrets.
pada ditutup ya,
This is
Mbak.
so interesting. A
Friendly
Frederick
ditutup,
Barrett's
Uranus ditutup,
matchup.
jadinya
What season is
dipakein
this?
What season
Barat
are we
dan ini
in?
sebagai debut pick dari Barat
Oh
ya.
my goodness, this is going to be a treat for the Barrett's mates for sure. But for the meantime, we're going into game number 2. TLPH is ahead. Let's throw it over to our casters.
You know, that's the same question we were asking ourselves here on the desk. I said we're going to go through an evolution of the meta, game to game. Well, yes, what season is this? A Frederick Bears jungle.
We are so back, and I bet you, Naisu, started the miss home, because you're a bit of a revisit to Daytona's welcome. But you missed Florida, huh?
That's
Yeah. Okay. Well, behind the scenes, we were saying, okay, this has to be like a tie, or maybe even an alpha. I like the Barretts, but this means that Aurora are playing around their magic damage. They're playing around the Sicilian and the Harith, which it makes a lot of sense that they'll both be getting the discounts so that they can get their items quicker. But Liquid, bro, they just need to build a bunch of Radiant armors and then they'll be okay. Let's see if Aurora can make this work. This is a very high risk, but Yue making it look rewarding because he is undefeated with the Sicilian.
And this is once again a specialty Harith in the hands of Dominicite. So many teams in the regular season have done 100 different things to ban out this Harith, and here he ends up with it.
And that's why I'd say this is looking good. Like, if you go down to the draft, I don't know what people say about the Barretts now. But this is already good, solid picks, Yue and Dominicite.
That's the thing. It's so brand new and so old at the same time that people don't have strong opinions about it.
You're not sure, you know? You're like, is it still good or not?
Yo, man, if it wins, everyone's gonna say, wow, what a brilliant pick. If it loses, boo, like, why'd you pick the Barretts? But, you know, personally, I like it. So, let's see, as we're looking at the action of the big screen, from time to time, I encourage our viewers to look at the map, see how the laning is actually going between Dominicite and OHEBB, because this is what's gonna be one of the main determining factors whether or not Aurora will make this Barretts in the jungle work. How well can Dominicite actually manage OHEBB in the gold lane and win in the gold lane?
Something already happening here. Even kind of will start this up, but now Carl needs to fight or to jump in.
Here comes 40, almost gets bit and hit with that deadness welcome, but Dominicite so quick on the retribution, securing that first turtle for the northern line. Sanford very low, lights on him, hits that ton. Then an airstrike by Saki, a lot of damage on the Edward, popping that vengeance.
Oh, now they're still trying to get away.
Apple King bites it, Light standing in the middle of 3. Low, pops that concussive blast. Whistle, expert, not enough to displace Carl Teasy. Over against the Liquor Wounds, happy with that one objective.
Okay, good thing the Rubies were able to balance things out with a kill, but yeah, Dominicite actually getting the Retribution Battle win against Carl TZ there. Good thing that he was able to. But you see now, Liquid, even though they lose a turtle, they're not afraid to fight and re-engage. So Aurora, especially Light, needs to keep that in mind. UN needs to keep that in mind. And JP's still been super annoying for Aurora to deal with. His positioning is at the Hilda is one of the reasons why they were able to get that kill eventually onto Edward.
All right, taking a look at the items too. You saw that you have about a couple hundred gold in favor for Dominicite.
Yeah.
The lane that you mentioned.
Oh.
Keep an eye on that. Now, look at this.
Yeah.
Again, there's the pressure you were talking about.
Yeah, up top, OHEBB got pushed back into the tower, and Dominicite was actually recall spamming in front of him, so we weren't able to see that in the big screen. But again, I encourage y'all, look at the map from time to time. Now, okay, good thing JP was able to, I feel like after that, that's when OHEBB told JP, hey, I need your help here, join out. So now you see Aurora, especially Light, trying to get vision in the jungle. I'm pretty sure Dominicite knows that JP's hanging around here.
Fine. Light on his tail, flushes him out almost seemingly with instant reaction. Yeah. And they'll serve up this gold grab over the Dominicite. Very good start.
Good block there, actually, by Light to stop OHEBB from getting that. But then also, OHEBB got a fat wave. Still going to be really close. No team can find a big win in the gold lane just yet. The EXP lane, it's going to be another dead lane experience. Unless one of them actually really messes up. This turtle looks good for Aurora.
Started up. He is part of it. They might have to just force this fight. There's another airstrike.
OHEBB cancels it. OHEBB secures the turtle. How'd that happen? And now you have blast.
Langsung hilang.
And Demon no follow-through from the rest of the Northern Lights, all liquid.
Light's in trouble. He's going to go down here too. It's 1v4 Light. He'll fall. JP picking that one up.
Again,
Dapat
JP on the
Tarto,
hill,
dapat-
plus the fact that
dapat kill
OHEBB got
lagi.
the miraculous last hit using the Death Sonata. That
Kuning
was
aja.
all liquid. And you see again the presence of this Hilda every time showing off in the back. Demon Kite was left alone there because Hilda just decided to go after you and Doming.
I'm thinking when JP's utility will expire, and if that'll ever happen, oh no, Dominic with Sanji and JP alone. OHEBB not even part of the action, takes him out. What was he thinking?
I mean, he's been pressed off of his tier 1 turret, zoned out completely for a while now, and then he ends up going down.
JP's locked in. JP is so locked in right now. So are everyone else on the side of Liquid.
Ntar ya,
Massive bleed. Now he's
biar
the one
biar ini,
flexing.
biar nggak dapat gerobak tuh.
This Hilda, again, dude, there's so many problems every team fight. It seems like, yeah, they're looking around the objective, but you was always getting left behind. There needs to be a fix in the comms. Watch out for the Hilda first. Accept that maybe going all in, making sure getting the turtle won't be the right play. Slowly go for heroes.
Lane, Edward, off the vengeance.
Razor's Wrath not enough to take him down. He's all right. Again,
Kalau
a
ada
dead
damage
lane.
ya,
This is
kurang
weirdly
jarang,
enough
banyak
good
kali.
news for Aurora. If at least one of your lanes isn't getting beat down,
Yeah.
you have time to build up Yue. And in my humble opinion, I think Yue is more of a power player now than he was in game 1. So at least if Aurora can extend this to past the 16, 18-minute mark, they should be in a better shape compared to game 1.
Yeah, we've seen that facility hands to UA before. It'll be quite deadly, especially in the late game now, leading into this next objective, Turtles. They can't let that Turtle be secured by OHEBB again. I don't know if that was the Death Sonata or the Rhapsody that got it, but Carl Teasley's setting this one up.
That is the Dennis welcome. Throw in Sanford over into that wall. The Salmon Force by Dominic Kite. 40 balls serving up a kill to Yue. JP gonna be up next. Sanji has his back. AOG by Light cancels it. Sanji with the flicker. Razor's Wrath taking Dominic Kite down.
Carl?
Down goes JP. Edward takes care of business.
A good fight for Aurora. Edwards jumping back up on the top side. He keeps OHEBB out, but a good fight there.
Abu Jinjing has had it.
Yeah, perfect team fight split. Of course, Edward not giving up on the kill meant that they get a little bit more resources.
bro,
Carl
ini
Teasy, a little shaky there. It looked like he would have gotten punished big time by Aurora, but Sanji eventually came back to back him up. So now Aurora can continue playing around that idea. See, they were going slowly, just a little bit for the heroes. Demon Kite was able to get that bite down onto Sanford. And then if they can continue to make sure that Sanford's the one taking the brunt of the damage initially, then they should be okay.
Sanford has been doing well to keep Edward down, but Edward rotates out. And I think that's a small victory for Aurora. That bottom lane, that expedite can take care of itself.
Yeah.
Now we're going into Dom and Kite is ready. And I'm hoping that's where Aurora is right now, because if you're waiting for US still, that's about 6-7 minutes out from now. Like, that is a non-starter if you want to fight now for this first war.
At least in that case that UA got a kill out of that, you know, kind of help him scale up a little bit quicker here. They did go ahead and do that lane swap. Dominic Kite now on this bottom side, trying to press this in, but he's going to have a whole lot to deal with. So can't exactly push the lane in, or push that turret down, and they're going to lead into this next floor when it does come up. So it's up to Aurora to kind of decide on how they want to play this out.
Yep, Sanji is staying way back. He's actually floating around the orange side buff of Aurora. I think he's providing space for OHEBB, but Sanford's in trouble.
Playing with a conceal, forcing Sanford out of defensive range. That's the first turn for Aurora.
I guess I said they want to decide what to do. They got the turret.
Yeah, I think that was the info. The fact that Sanji got into the orange buff without any vision at all, I think Liquid decided to just call, hey, I think all of them are just down there already in the lower portion of the map. So good thing Sanford was able to get away in time. And when you're going to look at Barrett and the Lapu Lapu, you're waiting for the timing of the Brave Spider, the Raging Slashes, the CC immunity, a little bit of the Lapu Lapu should help avoid the initial wait.
This is a fight. We're breaking out. Carl Deasy, the Vanguard for Liquid. It's a non-starter. Aurora has to let go. They have to reconsider their options here.
I was kind of surprised too that they were so up front, especially with Dominic Kite doing the charge, still going. Reset here, but now Edwards be in trouble.
My God, Edwards got 3 on him. The dead is welcome. Throw him to the wall. The vengeance. The swiping away Sanji with the salvos. And Carl Teasy survives. Light falls into the back line. 40 against 3. Aurora can't fight with this front line wrecking lineup.
Liquid, they woke up good today. The positioning of Sansan, The Vengeance came in actually perfectly for Edward. I thought they'd be able to get them punished, but the fact that Sanji, right at the very furthest edge of his feathered airstrike, still got the kill onto Edward. And then eventually Sanford coming through, readjusting so that the other members of Aurora can clap back. This is why we were a little bit skeptical towards the Barracks. It was good, but still with a healthy hint of skepticism. Now if we look at the items, on the way to the Dominance Ice for the Lapu Lapu, on the way to the Malefic Roar for the Granger, still very far away from the Holy Crystal for Dominkite's Harith, and that's the item that they need right now.
It's crazy how it fell apart so fast for Dominkite. You know, he was winning that lane against OHEBB, and then all of a sudden he's down in, what, 2,000 gold. Whoa.
It's that bad.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
He's got to go heal back up. I don't know, he's having a good time.
When it comes to big fights, Aurora just doesn't have enough utility. I don't know how Liquid's making this work, because you look at their lineup, the only real AoE CC they have is Sanford and Carl DZ. JP makes it look like he has it, but he's using damage as a threat to make up for that.
Yeah.
Oh, conceal?
JP looking to go hunting, jumps onto UA, forcing that Batch Beast. They take care of the Lord, and in comes Carl DZ. Feathered airstrike by Sanji. Surgical approach to taking that tier 2.
Yeah. The fact that JP changed the trajectory of his walk, he used a second skill, I believe, on the minion, making it look like where Yue brought down his Bat's Claws, actually the Sanguine Claws, would have caught JP. But JP was like, nope, I knew you know that I think I'm going there, so I'm going to go this way instead, setting up with a feathered airstrike for Sanji, stopping any responses from Aurora.
They're playing around with the utility that they have very well for TLPH. They find themselves now with a good lead. 6K up, they're going to put pressure on the purple, and they got it as well. So Demon Kite, no buff here. Definitely having a hard time. I mean, it's not just that Barrett is kind of slow to move on his own, but realistically, you're able to be kind of that front line, but then you also put yourself in the position to get the Daytona smoke them off and try to make that work, but it's not working the way they want to. And I feel like a big part of that is because, again, it's Dominkite that's taken a lot of damage before a big fight even breaks out. So then his positioning is then at risk of that.
Yeah, in the heyday of Barats, there would always be a hero like a Matilda or Rafaela to help in the positioning. Here, he's basically raw dogging that as well, because he's trying to get it in when Liquid knows it. Here it is. We just have to sidestep. We just have to move over here.
It's a brute force Barrett. The fact that you have to revitalize on the God of Kacha, theoretically, if everyone's just all clumped up, it'll work well for him. But wait, whoa.
See, even this they can't deal with. A Brazen's Wrath right in your face. In comes 40. Sanji with the feathered airstrike, forcing his outward force away from Demon Kite. Dominkite too, but he's down. And these three members of Liquid are running through him. Down goes Light. Down goes Demon Kite. And there's nothing Aurora can do.
TLPH saw the window and they took it.
And they're already in the base, not even taking down the inhibitor. This is a straight-on stampede. Edward, the only one left, push out of his own base. This is miserable.
Oh, they're quite low. They'll clear out the minions. Edward, though, you gonna fight?
Edward,
why?
Not gonna survive against 5, not like this.
He bought enough time, though. The turret still stands. But the Lord is up, so they'll reset. They'll make their way for the Lord.
A lot of questionable decisions for the side of Aurora. I know for them it's like, yay, cool, we got Carl Teasy, but there's a massive deficit for you. If Carl Teasy shows himself in the map like that, there's always at least gonna be 1 or 2 members of Liquid nearby ready to swoop in. Bro, that's a Fredrin. He can take that damage. Questionable for Aurora.
He wants to take that damage.
Yeah.
And in the wake of that stumble, again, a wipeout. Aurora, see another Lord go over to Liquid.
As I'd say, you see the value in him. That's what Fredrin is. And with this, the Lord is secured. They'll get ready to go ahead and take down some of these base turrets of Aurora's. Again, the lead has ballooned to 10,000. And honestly, Aurora has not had an answer for anything so far through this game. Even when you look at, okay, what's the late game insurance policy? Is it Yue isn't there. I mean, he's got some. He's got, what, 2 items he's working on next. Dominic finally gets his Holy Crystal, man. So they should be able to at least clear the waves bet.
Wah, hancur.
Oh, hold on. They do get a base turret. Base turret's gonna go down. The Lord is still being worked on here. So Aurora's able to clear it out. 12,000 now for TLPH. They take the discipline route. They end up taking out this mid turret next. Tier 2 is going to be the focus here. Sanford jumps forward. Now Aurora desperately trying to hold on to these turrets, but look at the feathered airstrike damage.
Yeah, it hurts
Too much.
too much. Aurora now have to pull a miracle, and at this point, Liquid, a night and day performance from what we saw from the last time we saw Liquid and Aurora go up against each other. Remember, going into this, Liquid has not beaten Aurora in a series. Now, 2 games in the best of 7 grand finals, they are just dominating Aurora.
Demon Kite gets taunted here. Energy eruption working out.
Waduh, Sanji.
He's gonna be up next.
Bener kan?
Dennis welcome thrown into the wall.
Jarang-jarang kali
From the
tuh
back line, Edward 2. The vengeance pop, the ALG.
OHEBB.
Edward. Down goes Carl Teasy. Where did this come from? JP gonna chase down by Edward. Down goes Demon Kite. Demon Kite looking to for vengeance for his fallen brother. Edward hunting JP down. Broken wall working out for him. 3 for 1. OHEBB, former brothers, agents, now turned rivals. OHEBB wins.
And a back and forth. And it erupts here in the arena, but Aurora might have found a little bit of life in that exchange.
100%. I'm not completely sure if it was the missile expert that brought Sanji in a very weird spot.
Didn't expect that.
Did not expect. He was not supposed to be there that close. Light and Edward came in perfectly for the gank, but they could not get OHEBB comfortably. JP was spacing out very well for OHEBB, but then OHEBB eventually got that kill onto Edward after the clapback. Liquid now, I think that was a warning shot. Aurora are definitely back in this, while Liquid still hold a comfortable lead. Remember, there is already a Holy Crystal on that Harith for Dominkite.
It looks like TLPH will still respect what Aurora is able to do. They'll let Demon Kite go in and start that Lord. They're fighting for position here. Look at JP's positioning though. Keep an eye on him. Lord less than half health. The feather airstrike comes down.
Silent force by Dominkite. He's got Sanford trained on him. Dominkite very low. Down goes Edward. OHEBB gets another. Carl Teasy taking out the equation. Lights are up a kill. 40. Very low. Second immortality. OHEBB wailing away. Dominkite, UA and Demon Kite cutting their losses. No retribution for Liquid.
It's on the gold laners now. And I think Carl Teasy needs to understand, like, with the damage already on that Harith, he can't be like the main front guy. But I think Liquid decided to commit that turn. They decided to go call for the hero instead. And now you see some very classic echo shenanigans of where Sanji is right now, very deep in. My question is, how long is he gonna hold that bush? Because the last time we saw something like this, it was held for like, what, 4 or 5 minutes all those years ago.
Yeah, and not only that, but Leo mentioned this earlier on.
He's backing?
Especially with UA on the Sicilian here, he's going to need plenty of time. Well, look at this, 313 stacks, almost at the 18-minute mark. That's why we're seeing the impact of those bad impacts now.
God, look at this kill. 1 kill away from map stacks. 70 on the Sky Piercer. That means he's been getting all of his kills off after he got the Sky Piercer.
Oh, yeah.
Just pure value.
Yeah, so even though Aurora, you see them fighting very well, OHEBB's not dying. And now the pressure is on the Dominkite and OHEBB. It's really on them right now to mess up. Oh!
Lucky with the better airstrike. Zoning UA out.
Flicker down, too.
JP as well.
Liquid cannot blitz this. They have to wait for the feathered airstrike to come back.
Yeah, they're going to need that. And it was OHEBB that grabbed that purple buff from Aurora's side and half health here.
Man-to-man defense like JP keeping UA honest. Lord at a 10 of itself. Sanford with the bravest fighter. 7 force fight. Dominkite their first down.
OHEBB lagi.
OHEBB secures. Immortality off of Sanford. Down goes Domink.
Domink's gone and Edward to fall as well.
ALG by Light does not fight JP. The taunt on the Demon Kite. This is
OHEBB.
over. Nothing for
OHEBB.
on the board. Down goes Sanji.
OHEBB,
Can Light do it?
flickerin OHEBB.
From Daddy JP.
OHEBB.
OHEBB there, he's
OHEBB.
looking for more.
OHEBB.
He takes out another, and
gitu,
OHEBB
guys.
will get
Capek
another.
tuh.
It's the wipeout.
Liquid continue their momentum. 2-0.
You see the hype on OHEBB stood up
kebantai ya.
immediately. Sanji and OHEBB